It's Week 6 of the National Football League.
And we've got the Dolphins' speedy running back. He was stellar a week ago, piling up the yards and finding pay dirt twice.
It's the Dolphins and the Hawks on Sunday night.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league. Still,
there he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And Howe will throw it. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Seahawks at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? That's coaches on down. They've got to find a way to throw that out of their minds and band together and play better football.
House, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Throwing here, Howell. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf.
And it's 3rd and short.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It's Howell with another throw. Throw out wide to Walker.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Howell out of the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a completion to Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Holding, conceding team.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. You talk about this Miami defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Or what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Howell. Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Now they go play action with Howell.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Howell looking to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to his former level.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tua going to throw.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. This is Fant on the short completion. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Jet sweep here, Smith-Njigba. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Here's Howell.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Howell.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now Howell.
And that would be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Tua. And that's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, Achane.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. This is caught. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Howell throwing on first down here. Open man, there's Bobo.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
And he rifles one incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Howell.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Walker with another carry.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
And off to Achane to begin the drive.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Howell out of the shotgun. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They complete it to Hill. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Running right, here's Achane.
Holding offense.
That's on Teron Armstead, the left tackle. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 19-yard line.
A give left side, here's Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Powell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still going.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Achane on the counter.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tua.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace,
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Tua now on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
On 2nd down, Tua.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Howell down to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Here's Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First down, Howell to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Now Howell. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He finds Parker. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
On the give here, Charbonnet.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw, Howell. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Howell throwing for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now it's Wilson. The return man, Wilson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Achane gets it from the gun.
Shoves him away.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his his career, because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Dolphins, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.